Today, we're gonna play Smash Bros. Melee, but with a twist. First to 3! You just won't know who's playing who during the match. We'll do a prediction gamble at the end with different options for who was who. There's basically 2 competitions. Does A crew, Z crew, random inputs 1, or random inputs 2, which of those wins the tournament? First to 3, okay? And then, the second thing is, after every individual game, who can correctly predict what the team layout was? Ready? Set. Go! Oh, no, somebody God damn it. No. Somebody press back. Sorry, technical difficulties. Emote only off. Now that I'm in the game, you guys can't just exit out of it. You have to play, all right? I brought you to the park to play. You're gonna enjoy it, whether you like it or not. We are now live. We have 4 characters. We do not know who is playing who. 2 of them are completely random inputs. 1 of them is A crew and 1 of them is Z crew. Can you figure out who's who? So far, Kirby's killed themselves and Pikachu's killed themselves. Pikachu using some side Bs and Luigi using some side Bs. I'm not really clear if that would be more of a random strategy or of an A crew or Z crew strategy. Pikachu's off to their death again. Is that likely because they're playing randomly or because somebody in chat is typing right and left too much? Kirby jumps off to the left and kills himself. So we're noticing a bit of a pattern. Kirby and Pikachu really want to kill themselves. Bowser and Luigi seem slightly more stable. Kirby goes off the edge again. Bowser's on the right. He's flirting with death. Jumps off and shoots fire at the ground. Pikachu is metal. Kirby was going for kind of an edge guard there, maybe it looks like. Bowser and Kirby both off on the right. Kirby does a down B off the edge. I've no idea who's who at this point. Pikachu off to his death as well. Pikachu and Kirby seem a little more suicidal. Couldn't tell you what that means, though. Bowser dies as well. We're looking at... Pikachu is dead. Kirby is dead. Luigi and Bowser down to 2 and 3 lives, respectively. Both flirting with the edge of the stage. Luigi jumps off. Bowser jumps off in tandem. 1 life left for Bowser, and Luigi could take round 1. Okay, the side B attack there. Does the dash attack towards the edge. Maybe grabs that wand. Does not. And kills himself. Great job. Luigi wins. Who was playing who? God, how do I do this? This is such a mess. What a great idea. Great job, me. We'll do who won. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is over. The person who won was... Wrong button. Was... Random inputs number 2 was Luigi. Congratulations! Luigi was completely random and beat everybody else. Great job. Luigi was random inputs. Pikachu was A crew. Z crew was Kirby. And random inputs 1 was Bowser. You guys were way off. Round 2. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. You guys are... Where did I put? Live! Good luck! Ice climbers versus ice climbers versus ice climbers versus ice climbers. A battle of the ages. We've still got medium items on. Some other shit could work their way in there. Okay, already the I can't even commentate this. What am I supposed to say? One of the ice climbers jumped off. The ice climber with like the yellow border in their little icon down there. I don't know who's who, man. Like I can't even identify between the players. Okay. Red is now dead. The red ice climber is off to their death. So now the pink one over here, they jumped off. That's player 1. Player 2's dead. Player 3 is nearly dead, but seems to be kind of reining it in now. Nope, they're dead. Never mind. Okay, so now it's 2 lives from player 1 versus 3 lives from player 2.
Now it feels weird to be one of the small percent of maidens instead of just being maidenless.
That's fair. Sorry to call you out like that. Okay, there's a death. There's another death. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 1 life versus 2.
Hurricane to Sacramento.
Okay, these are definitely the random inputs. I gotta mix them up more next time. Right? I think we can all agree. You guys aren't controlling these guys. They're far too not suicidal. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is... Wait, what were the predictions? Hold on. What were the percentages? Okay. The winner was... A-Crew. A-Crew was player 4. I totally fucking juked you guys by saying it wasn't you at the end. That was totally you. A-Crew was player 4. Z-Crew was player 3, the yellow one. Random input 1 was player 1, and random input 2 was player 2. Tell you what, I have an idea. There is a legitimate complaint right now that there'd be no way for you guys to differentiate between the 2 computers, right? So here's what I'll do. Player 4. Okay, so random inputs number 2. What I'm gonna do is give him a higher chance of taunting, okay? So how this is set up, before it was a totally even chance between the 20 different options, right? Now, the second random input is going to have a 1 in 20 chance of 19, or sorry, there's 19 options that it can pick that are the normal moves, but there are, no, that'll be too much. 4 out of the 24 possibilities are to taunt. So, to put that much more simply, the second random inputs is going to be 4 times as likely to taunt. So if you are able to figure out who A-Crew and Z-Crew are, and then be able to differentiate between the 2 random inputs because of slightly more taunting, now you can actually make an informed decision. Round 3, you are live. In 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. All right. One of these characters is A-Crew. One of them is Z-Crew. One of them is a random inputs, and the other is a random inputs who's slightly more inclined to taunt. You're also going to have cars drive down the middle of the stage constantly. It looks like the Pichu is down being a fair amount. Is that random? Is that somebody trying to do their stuff a lot? They kill themselves. Okay, them killing themselves would have made me think it was one of the crews, but the random inputs were way more likely themselves last time, but I tweaked the code again. Who knows what's going on? Okay, Pikachu taunts on the right next to Pichu, gets hit by the car, manages to live. Lots of down being from Pikachu and Pichu. Jigglypuff is just sleeping and over in the center. Kirby is taunting, but I've seen Pikachu taunt as well. I've seen a fair bit of taunting. Okay, green shell in the middle. Kirby has consumed Pikachu at some point. Jigglypuff off on the side. Pikachu? Is that Pikachu? I can't tell. Yes. Hit in the middle. It's not very easy to tell what's going on here because of where the icons are placed. Okay, we're looking at Pichu on the left is taunting and down being a lot. So maybe that's random input number 2? But Kirby just taunted too. There's a lot of taunting going on in general. A lot of down Bs from the Pikachu characters, but another taunt from Pikachu. I can't tell who's taunting the most. Oh, the big sleep from Jigglypuff, who then gets knocked out, hit by the cars. This is fairly even. Jigglypuff is surviving the longest, but we don't know what that means. That could mean anything. Okay. Dude, there's been a lot of taunting. Pikachu's taunting, Jigglypuff just died to a taunt. Pichu's been taunting. I think Pichu is taunting the least, which maybe makes him random inputs, but I don't know how much you guys are taunting. Kirby's off the top. Pichu's almost dead as well, for whatever that's worth. But the stocks are more even. It's not as much of a discrepancy between two of the characters. Okay, Kirby. No, that was Pikachu. Pikachu themselves. Kirby is trying to inhale the side of the screen. Taunts. A lot of taunting in the middle. Jigglypuff is sleeping down here as well. Heart in the middle? Somebody grab the heart. Wait, who died there? Who's that? Pikachu's taunting a lot.
Would you divorce him and leave him a broken man? Or would you be a loving wife to the Muffin Man while cheating on you constantly with divorcees?
All of the above. Okay, big taunt from Pikachu. A lot of sleeping from Jigglypuff. Does that mean Jigglypuff is one of the crews? Probably, right? Is too consistent to be a random. Okay, Jigglypuff hit off the side. That might be a death right here for one of the characters. Jigglypuff is definitely dead. Somehow Kirby and Pikachu are alive. And Kirby's off the edge after Pikachu nails him and taunts, and then Pikachu kills themselves. We're now down to Jigglypuff versus Pichu. And Pichu gets hit. Congratulations to whoever won that. I went all in on Acre again. The taunting AI was Kerbo. Really? But Pikachu, I really don't know. My guess, I won't say it. My guess is that Random Input 2
possibly the best sci-fi story
was
of all time.
Pikachu. I feel like Pikachu taunted a lot, but so did Kirby. I really don't know. The winner of this match was Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff was played by Z-Crew. Congratulations, Z-Crew. You are on the board. A-Crew, you were actually Pichu. You were Pichu. Z-Crew was playing Jigglypuff. Random Input 1 was playing Pikachu. And Kirby was played by Random Input 2. Kirby was actually taunting the most, apparently. Wow, would not have thought that. This is a fucking mess. Let's keep going. Round 4. Okay, we are beginning. In 3, 2, 1... Everybody is now live. Good luck. We've got Yoshi versus Fox versus Falco versus Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong starts with a quick taunt, and Falco themselves. We have Pokeballs on high. Whoever can utilize the Pokeballs to their advantage will probably win this one. Oh, huge snipe from Falco there, hitting Fox off the edge. Whichever player that is must be pissed right now. Before immediately themselves. Seeing another taunt from Donkey Kong. What could that mean? Nobody is using the Pokeballs. If you just press A, you'll use the Pokeballs. Okay, finally, we got a Snorlax out on the field. Yoshi using side B to their advantage. I don't know if that's a player kind of skill set. Then follows up with a taunt. Falco immediately himself with a side B. Donkey Kong taunting and throwing Pokeballs. What could that mean? Yoshi air dodging up high. Falco really, really wants to kill themselves. Yoshi off the edge. Fox off the edge. Yoshi kills themselves again. All right, Donkey Kong is currently the leader, but kills himself as well. Very little use of the Pokeballs here. Falco is out. Falco is out. Side beat off the edge way too many times and just dead. I really don't know what that means. All right, Donkey Kong is tied with Yoshi, but Yoshi falls and Fox falls. Okay, Donkey Kong falls. It's 2-1 to 2. A lot of taunting from Fox and Donkey Kong. A little bit less from Yoshi. What does that mean? It could mean anything. Donkey Kong's off the edge. Yoshi hits Fox off the edge for the kill. Okay, it's Yoshi and Donkey Kong now. Yoshi throws a Pokeball off the edge and jumps off themselves. 1 life. Donkey Kong versus Yoshi, but the Voltorb might kill Yoshi. Just dodges it. Uses the side B. Donkey Kong taunting a lot. If this is a Random Input AI, it's probably the second one. Heated battle here. A lot of taunting from Donkey Kong. A lot of side Bs from Yoshi. Caesar comes out. That's not... Okay, no, Donkey Kong dies. Fairly even spread here. Most people are saying that Random Inputs 2 did not win. Otherwise, even spread between these. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner was Z-Crew. Z-Crew was Yoshi. Z-Crew, you are now on match point. You have won 2. If you win a third game, you take home the grand prize of 1 gifted sub.
Z-Crew, let's all spam right so we know which character we are.
First off, that'll just kill you. And secondly, that's collusion. Round 5. Go! All right, on the left side, we've got a Fox who's big. Another one who's side dashed off the side. It's looking like up B and side Bs are going to be brutal. Lot of deaths so far. We're only a couple seconds in, but we finally get a big mushroom, which gets counteracted by a poison mushroom, actually. We're seeing some wave dashing, some air shining. All right, we're looking another up B. Okay, lot of deaths off the side. I don't know if there's going to be enough game time to really tell who's who here. Everybody's dying pretty fast. You look, I don't want to jinx it or kind of influence things, but probably you don't want to do a lot of side Bs. Okay, actually, once I said that, everybody reined it in. So I'm actually not clear who's who anymore. The amount of side Bs immediately changed once that happened. Okay, that guy, whoever's... I can't even tell which fox is who. The colors make this... This is impossible. The colors make it indistinguishable. Okay. Whoever is player 2 is playing insane. Okay, a taunt out from player 2, who's currently up 3-1. Gets the big mushroom into a taunt, into an up B. Looks like smash is coming from player 1, who is currently shrunk. A lot of taunting for both sides. Don't know what that means. Does that mean that they're the random inputs? Maybe it's too much. Maybe that's the second random input because of the amount of taunts. Maybe there's so many taunts it couldn't be somebody. All right, player 2 loses one of the 3. Anybody's game. Player 2 with the big mushroom, using the down B. Grab. A big mix of movements here. Not a... Okay, and the side B kills. Player 1 is to their death. Ladies and gentlemen. Z-Crew won it. Z-Crew won 3 in a row. That's wild. Z-Crew was Fox. They were player 2. Oh. I guess most of you were able to identify who the random inputs were. A-Crew, you were player 3. You got in 3rd. So that final battle was between Z-Crew and random inputs 1. Where's my gifted sub? Oh yeah, that's true. And now, at the end of all that, I am very, very proud. Oh wait, all I can do is gift a random sub. So hopefully this goes to the right person. I am honored to give this one gifted sub prize to Z-Crew. DougDoug gifted a sub to Walk Throw Dude. Congratulations. You're the most important member of Z-Crew today. You did it. Double or nothing. Well, I already gifted the sub. What would double or nothing mean? What, first to 4? So that A-Crew you have to win 2 more? So then I would gift 2... Wait, but you're not betting against me. Z-Crew, do you want a double or nothing? Which in this case doesn't make any sense. More about the honor of it. Best of 7. Well, it's been 5. It's a best of 5 so far, and they won it. They won 3 of 5. I'm seeing a lot of no's. All I see are cowards. I haven't seen a single person from Z-Crew say yes, they want a double or nothing. Oh wait, no, I just did. I did. There's only one way to solve this. Heads. The winner is whoever gets to 4 wins. Otherwise, we just keep playing casual. None of this doesn't make any sense. It's heads. We're doing first to 4. It's still anybody's game. And we're doing all big boys on pokey floats with bombs. It's not even going to be remotely decipherable of what's going on. Round 6. You are live in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. You've got Falcon versus Donkey Kong versus Bowser versus Ganon. Falcon immediately jumps off to their death. Bombs are going to be dropping all over the place. You're going to have to jump a lot to survive. Or, nope, you're just kind of jumping off to your death. Bomb hits Donkey Kong, who's off the edge, manages to save himself. Looks like Bowser and Ganon are in a little bit of a spat down at the bottom left. Captain Falcon manages to recover up at the top. Ganon up onto Onyx now. Hits the bomb. Mid-air save from DK. Bowser taunting in the middle. Falcon with the knee on Ganon, who then hits the bomb barrel and doesn't get exploded because he hits the bomb in time and then he gets exploded, and so does everybody else. All right, Captain Falcon somehow lives through that, but then punches a barrel and dies. You have Bowser over on the left, shooting with fire. Captain Falcon himself. We're down to 5, 5, 7, and 5 lives. Currently, Bowser with a strong lead. Well, less strong lead. All right. Bowser immediately lost his entire lead by ground pounding off the edge twice in a row. Ganon falling down in the middle. All right. Bowser's gotta be one of you guys because you keep ground pounding to your death. Bowser is down to 3 lives. Donkey Kong in the loss with 2. Falcon now only has 2 as well. Bowser hanging out in the middle with the down B. Ganon hits him with the punch. Donkey Kong punching as well. A lot of big, strong moves in the middle. Donkey Kong with a lot of taunts. Could that be random input number 2? Could it just be one of you guys taunting? Captain Falcon with the side B recovers. Donkey Kong and Falcon are down to 1 life. They're both on the edge. This could be a loss for one of those 2 characters. Bowser is on the right with Ganon. 2 different fights happening. Okay, whoa. Ganon punches Bowser off the side. Falcon died to a bomb. Falcon's now dead. Donkey Kong's at 1. Bowser's at 2. Nope, Donkey Kong's dead. Okay, Bowser and Ganondorf. Potentially A Crew and Z Crew. This could be for the win if Z Crew takes it. Potentially floating to their death right now. Neither one of them really want to move. Yep, okay, both kill themselves. 1 life left for both. Bowser tries to drop through the Pokemon, but doesn't and falls to his death. Ganon takes it. Great game of Smash Bros right there. High quality stuff. Ooh, okay. You look at those numbers. Yeah, it's a little obvious. All right. It turns out this is a little anticlimactic because, of course, Z Crew fucking lost. A Crew won it. A Crew was Ganondorf. Get fucked. Oh, A Crew's crawling back. Oh, Z Crew's starting to sweat and cry and vomit. So you guessed yourselves correctly. You guessed that Bowser and Ganon were you guys, but Ganondorf was A Crew, Bowser was Z Crew. Donkey Kong was random input 2, Captain Falcon was random input 1. What I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna change random input 2 so that he is gonna press A a lot more.
Is this a double-blind experiment? Does that make this stream technically scientific evidence?
What does a double-blind experiment mean? I've never understood that. I imagine them putting like 2 blindfolds on a person, but I'm guessing that's not what it means because that makes no sense. The person conducting the experience doesn't know what is being tested either. Oh, interesting. Well, I've been pretty confused this whole time, so I guess this is double-blind. Question is, who is who? This is an all-ladies match, all-hammers match on Final Destination. We're live in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we've got an instant shot from Samus and an up B. We've got Jigglypuff running off the side as well as Peach jumping off the side to their death. Samus barely dodges. We got a taunt from Zelda in the middle. Remember, hammers are the item. If people can actually use the hammers correctly, they'll have a massive advantage. That does not seem to be the case so far. Peach went for a hammer, immediately jumped off to her death. Jigglypuff does the same. Zelda is chilling in the middle. Does that mean Zelda is one of the AIs who's focused more on pressing A? As a reminder, the second AI is going to lean more towards pressing A. That's what I would have thought about Zelda, but Zelda's just taunting a lot. So maybe it's one of you guys. So far, nobody has used the hammers at all, I don't think. So many deaths. Okay, Samus, Jigglypuff, and Peach all down to 3. Zelda in the middle has done absolutely nothing. I'm assuming Zelda is one of the crews who's just standing there and taunting. Maybe it's one of the... Oh, switches to Sheik. Okay, that could change things. No. Okay, she gets hit by a hammer. Everybody else is just killing themselves. Whichever team is playing Zelda is doing a great job by sitting around being a coward. Okay, Jigglypuff off to their death. That might be... Okay, Peach is now gone. This is potentially a sweep for... No, Zelda finally loses a life. Samus is at 3, though. That's looking a little promising. Samus has really reined their shit in. Jigglypuff... A lot of jumping right here. Looks like that could... Man, that kind of jumping. Was that a character? Was that random or was that one of you guys? She gets the hammer, lands it on Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff flies away to her own death. She's that scared of the hammer. Jigglypuff is now out. Samus down to 2. There are so many hammers if you just press A. She jumps to her death. I cannot believe how few deaths came from the hammers. Sheik in the middle. Grabs a hammer. Staying still. I'm assuming these are both you guys and you're trying to stay stationary to dodge the potential... Remember, Samus has 1 life left and she's dead. The results are in. A heavy bias towards A Crew and Z Crew with slight favor towards Z Crew. The winner is A Crew. No, just kidding. It was Z Crew. No, just kidding. It was random input 2. Let's go. That fucking juked you out. It actually was random input 2. They whooped your ass. Remember how I said it, that they were going to press A more often? Well, that's what made them just stand there in the middle, not doing anything, I guess. I don't even know how that happened. It was only like a 10% chance to press A. Let's go, random input 2. Huge win. These people are all fucking rich.
Hi Doug, this is my first time watching a stream live and this experience has been absolutely horrible and I love it. Also watch Breaking Bad, it is the best anime of all time.
Ooh, this is awkward. I don't really like Breaking Bad. Everybody's live. If Z Crew takes it, that's match point. There is an imposter among us. Ready, set, go. Immediate singing from the middle Jigglypuff. Kirby off to the edge. So far doing a terrible job of killing the other people. We have one invisible Jigglypuff who's mostly just sitting there stationary, gets hit in mid-air by another. Okay, a lot of people sleeping right now. I'm guessing that's mostly you guys trying to identify who you are, but that could be anybody. And that doesn't differentiate between each other anyway, so that's not helpful. And that just could be the random inputs because sleep lasts for so long that it will comparatively look like they're sleeping more often because they get stuck in the animation for a long period of time. All right, everybody falls off the pirate ship to their death. We've got a lot of singing from two different Jigglypuffs right now and falling asleep from the other one. Kirby is taunting and trying to eat somebody, but can't do it successfully. A lot of sleeping from the top right Jigglypuff. The crown one, okay, 2 rests from the okay, this is a mess. Can anybody, nobody knows who's who, right? There's no way to interpret this. Okay, one of the Jigglypuffs is almost dead. It's 1 life, 3 lives, 2 lives, and 2 for Kirby. Another Jigglypuff, okay, one of them died super fast. Player 3 is already dead. Kirby fell trying to eat one of the Jigglypuffs and misses. Another Jigglypuff dies. Kirby so far has not killed anybody or done anything successfully. A lot of taunting and inhaling there. So Kirby doing some interesting stuff. Both Jigglypuffs just pressed B to try to roll around. Is that something you guys would do? Or is that something random inputs would do? One of the Jigglypuffs is about to die on the set. Kirby just dies. Who's about to drop? Okay, it's 1-1. These lives here. Player 1 just sang as they look up. Player 2 is rolling off to the side, maybe to their death. To their death. Player 1 wins it. Player 1 with the singing holds off just long enough for player 2 to roll off themselves. The question is, who just won? And the winner is A Crew. And player 2 was Z Crew. So that last little battle between the two Jigglypuffs, that was A Crew and Z Crew. And it was like, what, half a second away from Z Crew managing to stay alive and actually taking the whole thing with game 4. That means that A Crew is now up to 3 wins. It's now 3-3 to 0-2. So whoever wins the next game between A Crew and Z Crew does win the What Is Going On tournament. One is A Crew, 1 is Z Crew, and 2 are completely fucking random. If A Crew or Z Crew wins this, they take the What's Going On tournament. We begin in 3, 2, 1, go! Go! Go?
Hi Doug. First time
Go!
on stream, but I watch all of your YouTube videos.
Go!
Now dance. Take my money and dance for me, streamer boy.
Go! Alright, and we're live. Game & Watch versus Link versus Ness versus
Hey, Doug,
Dr. Mario.
what's the
Final
biggest
destination,
one
no
you've been
items because we're
playing
real
today?
fucking gamers. Ness jumps off to the edge. Wow, Game & Watch gets a 9 on Dr. Mario. Huge hit there. Then jumps off to their death and kills himself. So far, Link chilling in the middle. Not being as aggressive. Game & Watch going for the sausage throwing. Dr. Mario really getting a lot of self-deaths in here. Okay, Game & Watch is off the edge as well. Link is currently playing very safe. Dr. Mario tries to get a hit on him. But he's using the boomerangs and everything else. Ness is off. And Link finally jumps off as well. Okay, Link might be one of you guys trying to use a lot of the B moves and stay stationary. It's not totally clear. Link's off to their death now, though, so starting to fall behind. Game & Watch and Dr. Mario have kind of slowed it down and are doing well. Ness is not playing well. Ness is down to 2. Game & Watch is down, and Ness is down to 1. All right. I do not know who's who. There's not clear. It seems like Link is not moving very much. Ness is moving a lot. I don't know what that means. Max Swan, thank you for the 2 years. Dr. Mario's off, down to 3. Link is back in the lead from playing a little bit slower and safer. Is that one of you guys? Is that me from changing the movement? I genuinely don't know. 3-3 between Game & Watch and Link. It looks like Ness is now dead. Dr. Mario down to 2. A lot of taunting and being stationary in the middle. Whoever the 3 of these players are, know that being stationary is a little bit safer. Dr. Mario is harassed by Link off the edge. Dr. Mario's down to 1. Okay, players 1 and 3 with the clear lead. Link jumps off to his death. Doesn't want it to be that big of an advantage. So does Game & Watch at the exact same time. No information gleaned there. Okay. Dr. Mario looked like he might hold on, but doesn't. Goes and kills himself. We're down to player 1 and player 2. Game & Watch trying to get the side. Deflects the boomerang very well. Some smash attacks, side Bs coming in. A lot of side Bs from both parties. Maybe trying to go for one of those big hits. Taunt from Link. Both are staying fairly centered with a lot of B movements. Link's off the edge. This could be it. Game & Watch, whoever it is, might just win it. Link jumps off again, and Game & Watch takes it all. The question is, who was that? Who is it? People really don't know. That final fight between Game & Watch and Link, I'll tell you this. That was a battle not with A Crew. It was Z Crew versus Random Inputs 2, and the winner was Z Crew. Z Crew was Game & Watch. Congratulations. You took it all. You beat that Random Input at the end. Congratulations. A Crew, you were Ness. You killed the shit out of yourselves. It's the worst performance all day. Absolutely atrocious. Oh, congratulations to Z Crew. You do defend the territory after letting it get pretty goddamn close. I will give an additional prize to Z Crew for winning the second stage of the event. So congratulations. Here's your gifted sub, and it will go to the most important member of Z Crew that happened today. Congratulations to Ozona. Today, you are the ruler of Z Crew. Congratulations.